Hello.
Hello, hello.
Hello.
Hello, everybody. So here it's Saturday late afternoon. Here means Bergamo, Italy, and I am Elena. And me and my soulmate here around me, we are going to cook my mom's torta di mele. So, torta di mele made from my mom's is one of the most beautiful and delicious thing in this world, in this moment. So, let's celebrate moms and apple pie cake.
Yes.
That's good. So, you know,
Who
I'm
me
Shafak.
today?
Are we
Who
introducing
me today?
ourselves?
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
Shafak. Thank you for watching us. I'm from Turkey.
Hello, I'm Livia. I'm from Belo Horizonte, Brazil.
And I'm Nara from São Paulo, Brazil also.
Yay! So we're in summer. You girls are all cold up, like wanting something hot and comfy, right?
Yeah. It is now with having the heating on. It's so.
It was
Elena,
snowing. It was snowing 2 days ago here in Bergamo, and
Wow.
it was already Christmas time. It was like, hey, hey, we only miss Babbo Natale. But
And here I'm wearing no sleeves, enjoying the sun. It's a bit cloudy, not so hot. So, yeah, it's beautiful weather for me today.
nice.
Here in
Nice.
São Paulo, it's kind of cold. I think it's going to rain, but nothing close to snowing Bergamo.
Yeah, Elena, so what are the ingredients for the apple pie, torta di mele?
okay, so the main ingredients you need to have at home in order to cook this beautiful pie are 200. I'm talking for a cake with 24, 26 centimeters of dimension, circular dimension. So 200
Like
grams
this
of
one?
wheat. Yes, it's okay.
How many
Yes,
centimeters dimension? Yeah.
Mine,
yeah,
mine
that's
is,
okay.
but mine is a
That's
bit
great.
bigger, I think.
It's okay. It's okay. Don't worry. It's okay. I mean, it's not a small cake. It's a regular cake. Let's talk in that way, easily for everybody. It's a regular cake. So you need 200 of flour. In this case, I'm using wheat flour. Feel free to use the kind of flour you prefer. I always suggest to add a little bit of wheat flour always because it helps to melt all the ingredients. So even if you are using rice flour, my opinion is add a little bit of wheat flour. So 200 grams of wheat flours, 2 eggs, 120 grams of sugar. My mom and I, in this recipe, we are going to use refined sugar, so the white one. 4 apples, renette. But I don't have a renette here with me and cannot find a renette, so today I'm using canzi. And 10 grams of hello, baking powder and not yeast, as I said. And lemon. 120 grams butter, if I forget to say.
Because Elena, are we going to make the crust around and then put the apples in?
No, we are going to mix everything because Valentina torta di mele is made in this way. But next time, if you are going to cook another apple pie and you want to taste another crunchy effect in your mouth, you can decide not to put the apples inside the dough, but just to put it on the top. It's completely different, the final result. In this recipe, I say we must put apples slices in the dough, okay?
So we must
first thing we are going to do is pump up your oven at a temperature of 180 Celsius degree.
How much?
we need to put it now.
Yes, because it's not so long, the preparation. So, Valentina, rules number 1, when you put the cake inside the oven must be at the temperature requested.
What's the temperature? I didn't hear.
180 Celsius degree. And
Okay.
the first step
I'm
we
gonna
are
use. I'm not gonna use lime, but I'm gonna use. I'm gonna use lime, not lemon. It's okay, right? Like always.
Of course, in case
And
you don't have lemon or lime, or you can use also mandarino.
Okay.
cool. And for the so we turn on the oven. Should we also prepare
Butter.
butter?
If we want to do it now, we can do it now. So I will use half the ingredients today, but the making is the same because I'm using a small pan. Okay, so let's put some butter all over the pan in order to make it not okay. It's okay. Shafak, if you want to use the paper, you can use paper.
This time I'm just buttered it already. This size I'm using. Yes.
Okay.
Can I use one with a hole in the middle?
Yes, up to you. I mean, I'm using a small oval pen. I'm not using a round one. So everybody can use the pen that want to have.
I'm using a glass one because it's
Elena, yours is quite small. Is it okay?
She's making half
Yes,
the recipe.
I'm using only one egg, 100 grams of wheat flour, 60 grams of butter, 60 grams of sugar. And I want that the cake came a little bit out. So I want like a small.
So,
The first step is sorry, Shafak.
Okay, yes.
Feel free to ask everything you want.
It's okay, I'm listening. I was going to ask something, but I'm listening, yeah.
Okay, so should we put the flour?
Cut apple.
Cut the apple, okay.
Should it
We are
peel
going
it?
to cut apples in slices, okay?
Okay.
And we are going to leave them in a bowl for the time we prepare the dough with some lemon juice. So first step is cut the apples you have and let them melt with lemon juice in a bowl, okay?
Okay.
Can I put the spice in the apples at this moment or just in the dough?
I missed the spice, girl. Which spice we are using?
Livia, which spices are you talking about?
I'm not cooking apples without spices. No, no, no.
I
I'm
mean,
gonna
You can,
I am putting
this is,
cinnamon. I'm putting cinnamon because I like cinnamon and apple, and walnut I'm gonna put. But I didn't understand how we gonna chop the apples. Are we slice them small pieces or big pieces? Are we gonna put it in the dough or top of the dough? Yeah.
okay, so what I'm going to do is cut the apple in slices. Slice means I cut, I clean a little bit the apple, okay?
Yes.
I will not take the peel off, so I will use the peel because I want that the peel is inside the cake, okay? And I start cutting slices like this.
Okay. So are we gonna put those top of the cake?
No, inside the dough. Inside the dough.
Okay, they are quite big. Can I cut them, chop them small?
Yes, we are. Everybody is free to do the size and the shape that you want. It's okay. The only thing that I want to say is that I'm cutting the slices in this way, so like I don't want to say transparent, but really, really, really thin, because I want
Okay.
that while cooking, the apple is really squeezing into the dough. But up to you, you want to feel the taste of apples inside the dough, cutting cubes and leave them bigger. Okay?
Could I grate the apple?
Great.
Yeah.
Yes, why not? Only one. I was thinking, how the dough react to another quite liquid ingredients instead of a dried one. I mean, the dough
Mm.
is not dry, but great an apples mean produce a lot of water, no?
Yeah.
But I can drain
But
it.
that's interesting. I mean, or yes, or you can drain the apple and then use the juice. Like instead of the lemon juice, you can use the apple juice.
It's maybe too much juice. Maybe I can use it something else. Maybe make something to cover the cake with the apple juice. Yeah, I think I'm gonna grate. I cut one in slices, maybe to make it pretty on the
But
top, and I'm gonna grate the others. Let's see.
okay, it's
You
always good
gonna
to
grate
take
it.
some
Okay.
experiments.
I'm cutting in cubes because I'm not really able to cut my apples so thin, so I'm cutting in little cubes.
It's okay.
I'm
I mean,
cutting.
my mom, as every Italian women cooking and talking about food, will say that there is only one option. So,
Sorry, sorry, Lena's mom. I'm not able to
Well,
do your way.
but Valentina is not here with us today, so we can do what we want.
Okay.
Sorry,
Are we?
Lena.
What I'm doing, girls, I am actually normally when I do apple cake because it's juicy. Instead of making the dough around the dough, uh, like too much watery, we put in Turkey generally, we put the cinnamon or any other around first, then put it in the dough so it doesn't get soggy. So what I have done now, are we using 2 apple or 4 apple? I don't understand that.
Sorry, Shafaka?
Are we using 2 or 4 apple?
I'm using 4 apples.
You're using 4. Okay, so I am using 4 as well.
For 2 eggs,
And
4 apples.
in order not to let the apple become darker once you cut them because of the oxidization and something blah blah blah, put a little bit of lemon on the top of them while cutting them. So second apple on the way, and then we are ready to start with the cake dough. So what about the cake?
We're cutting 4 apples.
Yeah.
Yes.
I haven't cut my apple yet. But you can tell what we will gonna do. I'm listening. You using 1 egg, we are using 2 egg. I thought in the recipe it was saying 3 egg.
Yeah, me too.
So are you using 3 or 2 egg, Elena? I mean, Livia.
I don't know because Elena's first she said 3 eggs. Now she's saying 2 eggs. I don't know.
Okay, sorry. Wait. There's a bug in the system. I need to check my mom's email. Wait, this is a big thing. Need to check.
Okay.
I believe we definitely need 3 eggs. When I look at the amount of things we are gonna use, we need 3 eggs.
I'm going to check.
It's 3.
Okay. Sorry,
So
my
back.
neighbor's dog is barking really loud.
Is what?
What are they doing?
Barking. Desperately barking.
I'm not. I'm listening to something, but it's not really loud.
Yeah, it was the
And what's interesting about that recipe is that quite in every family, every woman or every community has a personal recipe of torta di mele. And this is, I think, the part of the patrimony that Italy has in kitchens and food making. Because it's really like that. I mean, everybody is so proud of their recipe, of their apple pie recipe. That's why my mom always says, please strictly follows the rules. But as I was typing in the Instagram stories or posts, the balance between the quantity of butter, sugar, and flour is the secret. I mean, I tried to fight butter for years inside cake, but at the end, I decided it was the time to make peace with him. Because butter is the essential point of a cake. This is what I think. You can try to substitute, to reduce, to make and do something else, but it's not the same. It's like make a ragu with tofu. That's for you, Catherine. We love you. Girls, how is it
I'm,
going to the apple cutting?
you know what I'm thinking now, because they're saying this, and we're always trying to make our own kind of way of the recipes we share. But because you just said that, I want to do it exactly like your mom would do to try to taste what you taste in your childhood.
So you are not going to grate the apple?
No.
Oh, I love you. Sorry, my voice today is not the best voice to sing that song, but I love you so much, and my mom too.
Are you not gonna
So,
use spice?
I don't know yet. I want to use it, but I think I'm not gonna use it.
what you are not going to use, Livia?
Spice.
Cinnamon, any spice, because you said there is no spice, only the cinnamon, only the apple and the lime.
Yes, no spice.
So
We
no
are
spice.
only, we are only, we are only adding to the dough a little bit of the lemon peel. I mean, once we are ready, we will cut a little bit of lemon peel and put it in the dough.
Okay.
It's really so good because it's really so simple. That's the interesting things about simple recipe. I mean, they don't need anything. They don't need more addiction, more ingredients, more things. It's only the simplicity and the love you used to make them. So,
Yeah.
did you cut your apple?
Oh, I'm on the last one.
Almost there.
And Elena, the thing that like I'm sorry that I don't have the Italian yellow line here to make it because its fragrance is so completely different from the Tahiti lime we have here.
This
Okay.
kind of lemoni are completely different from a lime.
Yeah.
From, I mean, it's, it's, since I start to travel around the world, I really start to appreciate limone. I mean, the Mediterranean one. Because limone is so normal in our limone, Mediterranean one is so normal for an Italian person that you think it's everywhere. Every time you want some lemon, we are going to put it in the water, we're going to put it on the fish, on the meat, cake, on vegetables, on everything. So, and when I start travel and lime, I really like lime, but I really miss the taste and the refreshing, squeezing taste of the lemon. So, really grateful to that fruit because it's so good.
So are you gonna put the zest of that lemon in it? The zest, the skin of the lemon in it?
Yes,
You will.
I'm going to take the zest out and the skin out and put it in the dough.
Okay, perfect.
So, another thing we are going to do later, after everybody finished with the apples, is
Butter. Butter.
butter. Let the butter sciolse. Today I missed the word. I mean, we don't want an hard butter. We want a melted butter.
So we have to melt it on the heat.
Exactly.
Okay.
But don't put it on fire. I mean, not with a pan on the fire, but with a
Okay.
pan, water, and another pan. Bagno
Okay, a
Maria.
water bath. A water bath.
Thank you.
Can I just put it in the oven?
Yes, another good idea. The important thing is that we don't have to cook the butter. We just want
It's
the butter melted.
okay. Oven already warm, so I can put it in the oven. Yeah.
Good idea. I will do the same.
Yes, yeah.
So, in the meanwhile, I'm drinking a glass of red wine because it was the time of the week to celebrate our week, to celebrate what we are doing, and to celebrate the beautiful time we hope is coming.
Okay, so I'm going to have a white wine to go with your red wine.
Maybe we can buy her hearing apparatus.
I'm so sorry, but in the background there is Simone and Andrew talking. Sometimes you
What's
You can hear that. Andrew is here now. Maybe I need to kick him outside. Andrew, can you go up? Because you are interfering.
It's a
I
double
needed
calling.
to sit outside.
I just said that go upstairs. They are chatting. So, Elena, will we gonna separate the egg and yolk and white or together?
No, together.
Wow.
We're not gonna separate it. Okay.
It's incredible. It's incredible, but believe me.
What's the
Shall
next?
we start with the making of the dough?
Please.
Yeah, how can we make the dough?
So let's start breaking one egg. Oh.
We are breaking 3 eggs.
Yes. And I will, now that you say that the original recipe were 3 eggs, okay, I will add 1.5. Okay, so broke your egg and put it in a bowl. And start adding sugar. Girls, everybody, I just saw that I lost the camera of the drone. So you will not see what I'm doing, but the power of word is so powerful that you will understand everything.
Okay.
So add to the egg some of the sugar you prepare.
Just some of it, not all of it.
Little bit, little by little, in order not to create a dough that is too hard. So little by little.
Okay.
Then, if you want, you can use an electric mixer. I'm going to use this one, manual.
Elena, take off the drone out and maybe turn it. Just turn it off the drone because it's coming out some sound.
Back to you.
And turn off the other one. Turn off the other one. That is not working. Okay. I'm gonna kick you out. Yeah. Good.
Thank you, Livia. So melt eggs and sugar and add sugar little by little. Okay. Did you already add all your 3 eggs to the okay? Did you already do it?
Not yet.
Okay. Then start. Is it your butter melted? Is your butter melted? Already
My butter
melted?
is melted, but it's still a little bit warm. Is it okay if it is warm?
Okay,
I'm
no.
cooling it down.
We don't want a warm butter inside the eggs. We don't want a warm butter. So let it cool for a few minutes, Shafak.
Yes, I'm doing that.
And did you already prepare baking powder and flour in order to add them to the eggs and to the butter?
They are all ready. I'm just waiting the butter to cool. Yeah. Yeah.
Should we mix the baking powder with the sugar to add them together?
No, we are going to add the baking powder to the flour.
Yeah, that's what I asked.
So later, when we are going to add the flour, we will add also the baking powder.
Okay.
Because I don't know if it's true, but I used to follow that rules. That is never add baking powder and salt, or baking powder and butter really close one to another. So always melting the baking powder with the flour.
Put it flour, yeah. Mix it with the flour, you say, not melt it. Normally in the cakes, baking powder is the last one to go in.
Exactly, like with I mean, if you consider flour is the last thing you are going normally to put. So my butter, it's not cold, it's not hot, sorry. So I will add the butter to the eggs and sugar.
My butter is also good because I took it out before and then let it cool.
Yes. So and melt it, okay? Then once you see everything is well melted, you add. I'm doing this, so I'm adding the quantity of baking powder we need to the flour I already prepared, in order to have the 2 ingredients already melted before added. So I'm doing like this. So these are the quantity for my cake of flour and baking powder. And then start slowly adding them to the eggs and butter in this way. Okay, take the time and give the time to the dough to absorb the flour little by little in that way. Easily for me today because I'm doing half the quantity, but only because I want to prepare Kaiserschmarrn tomorrow. So this is why I'm going to prepare a smaller one.
Yeah, that's a lot of sugar.
This is the dough. Can you see it? So it's not liquid at all. It's quite solid. It's not solid, but it's not liquid. Now it's time to add your apples you cut in slices before into the dough. So are you everybody at the same point, or you need some minutes more?
Sorry, I'm still mixing the flour.
Me too. I need a little bit more time to mix the flour.
Okay, don't worry, it's okay. It's okay. I mean, I don't want to rush because I have small quantity and that helps in the melting. That's why I asking you this. We were talking before, while everybody is finishing, while we were talking about variation. Variation is the meaning of this community. So I want to say that once you did this recipe in my mom's version, then second time feel free to make variation of the recipe. Feel free to prepare an apple pie with nuts, an apple pie with cinnamon, an apple pie with raisins, apple pie with ananas, and call it apple pie even if it's with ananas. I mean, up to you. Feel free to make the recipe your recipe. That's why we are here. Oh, you are so focused on the recipe. Wow. That's great. That's great.
Mine is finished.
So as you can see, the dough is really interesting because it's not liquid, because we know and the dough know that the liquid is coming from the apples. And it's time to have a chin chin, chin chin.
Chin chin. So are we adding the apples now?
Yes.
Okay. Adding the apple.
So it's time to start adding apple to the cake. So change the spoon because we don't need, but we know we need something that help us easily turn the dough. I will start adding a little bit of apple because as you can see, the dough it's not so much considering the quantity of apples that you cut. So
Yes.
if you see now the balls that you are going to use for the cake, this is apples we prepared before. So these are 2 apples. And this is the dough with a little bit of apples that I already had. But the amount of the dough is like that. You can easily see that the quantity are quite double. I mean, half the quantity for the dough and 1 unit for apples. And it's that the interesting thing of this recipe. I mean, the majority of the material of this cake are apples. It's not the dough.
Yeah, so much more apple and dough.
So I'm start adding to the apples to the dough.
Chip, I'm waiting. It's beautiful to see that the apples are all coated with this dough of sugar, butter, and a little bit and flour. I mean, sugar, butter, flour.
It's interesting. It's because it's like it's not a dough. I mean, I call it a dough, but it's not a dough because it's like apples with a little bit of flour and sugar and butter. It's like the main material here are apples.
Beautiful.
Okay, my apples and my dough are melted, and I'm taking a lemon in order to grate a little bit of lemon skin on the this on the dough. Okay, so what I'm doing is cutting a little bit of the skin, and this is a refreshing flavor inside the mouth while you were eating this slice of cake. So
Yeah, this
incredible.
is the zest.
Mine is so yummy.
What are you
And
making?
and I must admit, try to resist and eat it in 12 hours. Don't eat it right now. I mean, I will eat it for tomorrow for breakfast. Nara, they looks great.
Thanks.
So when we take it out, we shouldn't touch it. We just have to leave it till in the morning.
This is what I think it's better because it's really full of apples, and if it's not really cold, it might be broken. I mean, once you take it off from the pan. So I
Yeah.
suggest to wait that the cake is exactly cold.
Okay.
And we are going to put our beautiful cake inside the pan. Et voila. This is a wonderful and beautiful apple cake.
Valentina apple cake. So, Elena, your mom used to do this for some special time, or was like a regular cake in your childhood?
So this is the cake that my mama used to prepare when me, Simone, and his mate Domenico are going to eat at her house. So every time Simone, Elena, and the family is reunited, she's going to cook that recipe.
Wow.
Because it's a really familiar one. I mean, it's like doing the dish and the recipe that you know is the most loved by the person who are going to eat at your house. It's an act of love. Prepare this cake for my mom,
Great.
Beautiful.
and this is beautiful. That's why I loved this recipe, because every time you cook, it's always an act of love.
Yeah.
I mean, for yourself, for the people who are going to eat with you, for the ingredients that you are using, because you are going to celebrate also the ingredients. So let's celebrate food every day.
Yes. Let's do it.
So can you have a look at my pen? This is how is it looking?
This is mine.
Wow.
Mine
It's
is
so,
here.
I mean, I hope it will be so yummy, so yummy.
Can I put on the oven?
If, yes, did it reach, I wonder he reached 170 degrees, 80 degrees. Yes, let's go to the oven.
Okay.
And what's the time? I mean, you have to put it in the oven 50 minutes at a temperature of 180 Celsius. So
Okay.
this was apple pie recipe with my beautiful mom, Valentina. And hope you did like it.
Yeah.
50
I'll
minutes.
let you know how it became. I'm really excited to try it. Thank
And
you, Elena. Thank you, Valentina, for sharing this recipe with us.
thank you.
Yes,
You just said
thank
so
you.
much. Thank you. Bye bye. See you
Be
next
a
week.
timer.
See you next week.
Bye.
Bye.